welcome back to my channel. I hope that these videos are helping you kind of just get an idea that trading is as easy as you make it. Obviously, we have to start with our disclaimer saying, hey, please don't risk what you can't afford to lose. I trade high risk, high reward trading styles. You can follow similar, safer, lower risk, lower reward trading. Remember, your money is always 100% at risk in this market, and you can lose all of and even more than your original capital. So all of this is recorded, obviously, not a live class, but you guys get the idea. So let's take a look real quick at what we've accomplished, and we'll go through the breakdown of the trades we looked at 2 weeks ago. And of course, a couple of new setups that we're looking at right now. Okay, so you guys know for the most part, we've been doing live, super easy, simplicity kind of reversal trade ideas on YouTube for you guys to follow along, paper trade, demo trade, or just get comfortable seeing the charts as they are and not overcomplicating it. Really, the purpose of this is not only to help the super easy group and kind of that simplicity system, but also really to show you that trading is as easy as you make it. It really only comes down to your management, and that's it. Most people lose because they're over trading. So obviously, we're going to start here. This is where we're at for our live classes. In our mornings, this is our morning group. We are not only making tons and tons of pips, we've had some really great weeks and a really awful week also. Like, that's real trading. It doesn't get any more real than this. But this is what we do live in any of the memberships that I am part of and I coach within. All those links are, of course, in the link tree below. But let's talk about this. So last week, the week before that, actually, so on the 18th, we looked at a whole plethora of trades. This call felt like forever, at least to me. I did not want to put myself through that again, although there was a lot of setups on the first. We did not look at them. Remember, this is US time, which on the chart, that means it was 11/2/22, just so we're all on the same page. But American time is the November 1st at, somewhere in and around that 6-7 p.m. time frame is when we make these videos. We looked at 3 pairs last week, all 3 won. Well, 2 weeks ago, I should say. Really impressed with how gold played out. We actually got way more than this. XRP consolidated for a minute and then, of course, performed well. And GBP odd was a second entry from where we were looking prior to. And again, played out perfectly. Great trades. Here are some of the pairs I'm looking at this week. There's a lot of USD pairs that are waiting, including gold, that I'm looking at now, but they're not ready. So odds are those setups are going to happen perfectly in between now and then the next time I do this call. So with that said, we are going to go take a look. Notice how there are 2 cryptos on here and 1 index and 1 metal. So please trade this carefully. These are not, the indice alone is going to be really heavy on your margin. It's going to be really heavy on your leverage. So don't take all of these trades. Definitely don't do 10% trades if you don't know what you're doing or how you're doing it in terms of stop losses. But let's go take a look. Okay, so as you guys know, we had 3 trades on the table, and we always start with reviews because that first off, it helps you see how this performs in real time. Obviously, it's live, it's recorded, but when you see it reviewed, you're like, wait a minute, that does work if I just hold on. That does work if I manage it accordingly. It just, to me, it's proof, right? It's that proof that you need to have a little bit more confidence in your trades and or your own ability to be able to learn this skill set, right? So Australian USD, of course, we looked at a couple of weeks ago, got our first leg, got our second leg. That's not part of what we're reviewing today, but that was up. So let's take that off of our watch list. Let's start with gold. So gold we were looking at, remember, we know what time we're looking at this in terms of the chart. We're going to come all the way over here to 11/2. We don't get that breakout until, of course, this big wick. We know we're looking over at structure plus a 1-hour ATR for our stop loss. Look how many pips this performed in that time frame. How much this moved in total. And around, what is that, 1296, give or take? Not a bad way to be, right? We've got 12. Oh man, I hate when that happens, but let's go take a look. Let's zoom in. Oh, not letting me. Try that again. Zoom in again. So from where this wick is at, all the way up into this range, we've got 1291, right? Not bad at all. Very, we come and retest the same bottom that we were looking at, and we take off beautifully. So this trade played out perfectly. Some of us were watching and waiting on this. Some of us got multiple entries. And as of now, I'm looking for a potential reversal. It's just not ready yet, at least not on this system. So that's it on gold. We're going to take that off of our watch list. And now we're going to go over to GBP odd. GBP odd, we took 1 entry. We did kind of play out a little bit. If I can zoom out, that will let me. We had a little bit of a move, not as much as we wanted. We popped up to, again, retest the previous high and finally got our move down. So from the time we were looking, which is November 1st at 2 o'clock-ish candle, this in total moved 397-ish pips, give or take. You guys get the idea. Beautiful trade setup. We're going to clear the board. Beautiful, beautiful. From the time we actually entered this did not have any real drawdown. Gold did, but this one didn't. So we're going to take that off of our watch list. Done. And last but not least is Ripple. Ripple, we were looking at around this area. So again, same kind of concept. Let's look for the November 2nd, 2 o'clock candle. That happened all the way over here, give or take. Here we go. Here's our 2 o'clock candle. So don't come into that range until potentially here, or we don't break through until here. Either way, let's take a look at how much this actually moves. About 435. Hard to see with my buy sell button there. Let's try that one more time. So from here, we don't actually come into that range until all the way over here is when this activated. I think the highest high is what, 430, 440-ish, give or take, is how much of a move this pair made. And this wasn't even the full move. So I'm going to zoom out real quick because we're actually going to start with this one tonight for our trade reviews. So we got our pips out of it. We know what the rules are. They're spelled out in advance. We know exactly how we're managing. We know exactly when we're protecting. And it just shows when you have a duplicatable, systematic approach to investing and trading, you can be profitable. You don't need a perfect system. You don't need a perfect strategy. You don't need perfect anything. You just need simple standards, a simple system that you can follow and learn over and over again. Good risk management, and that's it. So take that off. Let's start our day with Ripple. Notice how it is on our watch list. So we're going to turn this to blue now for our first trade idea of the evening. So we know that when we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, we're looking at the simplicity simple system. We're going to take the break of the most recent fractal, which is going to equal in and around right here. Now we've already got our retest. This is not a bad place to enter. We've got our impulse, we've got our retest. This is going to make your stop loss a little bit bigger, but to follow suit and to have a duplicatable system in terms of these calls, at least, my entry is going to be right here. Obviously, we know the target is going to be in and around that first 500-ish pips, a good easy 900-ish pips. And if we go up some time frames, we've even got far more than that on the table. So here's our daily time frame all the way up into this window. Let's try that again. Check this out. So this is Ripple on the daily. We're looking at that first 900. And if we break this area, we're going to look to the left. What is that? 2,000-ish pips. Beyond that, we've got our 3,700 pips. Not a bad way to be. Really, really, really good risk reward. Curious to see how this plays out. Remember, you're going to protect it within about 1 ATR on the 1 hour time frame. In this case, that's about 84 pips. Typically speaking, we're doing that at 50. We can definitely go in that 1 hour kind of range. That's our first trade for the day. Working our way backwards is UK. First off, I'm already in a lot of indices. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm already in a lot of them. Here's UK. We've got our simplicity system. We know what this looks like. We're going to take the entry at the break of this fractal if we get the continuation. What that's going to look like is a simple sell. I'm going to make this red and dotted for pending. Now, right now, we've already broke down. We're pushing up. If you take an earlier entry based off of a smaller time frame, you're going to have a better entry. You're going to have a tighter stop loss. You have all willpower to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to have my entry sitting right here at the pending. My stop loss is going to be around the biggest portion of structure. That's 4 or 5 fractals back plus 1 hour ATR cushion, meaning structure plus a cushion for the springs, right? Beyond that, I'm going to protect within about that 1 ATR. In general, it's about 50 pips. In this case, that's 186. Kind of give you an idea. Our first target's at least 460-ish pips away. Not a bad way to be. When we break below here, looking for 1,800 pips. Great target, easy risk to reward. In total, figure your stop losses in around 1,500, 1,600 pips. You've at least got better than a 1.5 to 1. And that's based off of only hitting our first 2 targets. I would expect a reaction in and around this hot zone. If we, of course, retest and break below, we're coming all the way down into this range. So we'll see how this performs and plays out. That's on our watch list. One more crypto real quickly. This one is first off an expensive pair to trade. If you do not have the account to trade this, please don't trade this. This is a very, very expensive pair to trade, period. Secondly, I'm going to say cryptos typically move very correlatedly, in correlation, I should say, if I could speak proper English. This one has not made comparable moves in comparison to several of the other pairs. So that's a consideration factor. It should never be your deciding factor. It's something we consider, right? That's all. So please don't make decisions based off of that, but put it in your arsenal, put it on your checklist, right? Having said that, we've got our simplicity buy. saying, okay, when and if we get the continuation, which in our case is the break of the fractal after we get our simplicity system trade idea. So I'm going to make this green for buy, really, really simple. I'm going to put a live pending in this spot. We know that we're going to protect it around 1 ATR or 50 pips. 1 ATR on this is 4 pips. Okay. That's, pretty small. So we're definitely protecting, okay, pretty quickly. So from here to our first target area is about 24 pips away. Not a bad way to be considering 4, 5, 6-ish fractals back. Here's actual structure. You're still looking at, when you add that cushion, not quite a 1-to-1 on this first target, but we are expecting it to break above that target, retest, and of course, come a little bit higher. So overall, for this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and let's draw our projection trend lines that we used in the morning. I'm looking for it to break above this zone, consolidate and or retest. We might get the impulse, but this one doesn't seem to have the same impulse moves or as close to impulse moves as we see on some other crypto pairs. But this is what I'm looking for, and around into this range. I'm going to expect a reaction in this area, otherwise coming all the way up into here. So if I go to the line chart, get my idea, this is where my reaction I'm looking for is right in this window overall. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. Overall, great risk to reward, great pair to be putting in your demo account, and just see how this trades. Understand how this lots based off of the broker. Not all brokers have these cryptos. So please, if you don't have a broker that offers crypto, in the link tree below is Hugo's Way. It's one of my favorite crypto brokers. Please sign up with a demo account with them and get a chance to just see how they work. Last but not least, little apprehensive to call the silver trade, especially when I want the gold trade. First things first, we looked at this and look how this has played out since we looked all the way back. It's been a while. We did this live on a YouTube and around, what day is this? October 18th, right? We have got a whole bunch of pips out of this. We only accounted for so many of them, right? This moved far, far beyond that. For those of you guys who are learning the art of swing trading and keeping your little grubbies off of your trades, learning how to manage an actual swing trade and let it play out to its fullest capacity. For now, we're going to remove all those objects. We're going to start fresh. We're going to zoom in, realign the chart, put this as blue, WW, make it blue. We do have a line chart and not candles currently. Here's where we're at. We got our simplicity system, our signal. We're going to make this red for sell. Red for sell. When and if we get the continuation beyond this point, that's not red, silly girl. Okay, silver, ta-da. When and if we get the continuation beyond this fractal, we know how we're managing. My stop loss is going to be above the bigger picture structure, adding at least 1 ATR cushion. We know that I'm going to be targeting liquidity voids or areas of interest, which means in around here, 1 ATR on this is 14 pips. Mind you, this is also an incredibly expensive pair to trade. So we've got one index that lowers your leverage. We've got one crypto. We've got one crypto that's worth 10 times as many as others, and one metal that's worth 5 times as many as others. Please know you can't take all of these trades in the same account if you don't know how to lot and manage and risk appropriately. Otherwise, you've got a potential incredibly lucrative couple of weeks ahead of you. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. But from where we're at, we know our first target is going to be around that 30-ish pips. That's about 2 ATR in the 1 hour time frame. That's going to be right in this area. When we break below this low, we're going to be targeting the next area, which is right in around here. Right before we get that nice little bounce, I'm going to expect a reaction in here. So same kind of concept. I'm going to expect some amount of consolidation. That's a little bit too thick of a box that I wanted. Let's thin that out a little bit. I'm going to expect the reaction. If and when we break below, retest, and continue, I'm looking to bring that all the way down into this area of interest. Really, really simple. That's 19.33, 19.37, if I can read properly. That's it. That's all we're looking for. That's 4 trade ideas in a couple of minutes time, just to say what's possible in this market. If we reject, we know we're bouncing back up. We know we're going to continue the buy. Otherwise, I'm expecting to come all the way down into this range. So excited to see how these play out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 trades In total, we got over 2,000 pips in 20 minutes of time. 2,000 pips and 100% win ratio from November 1st. Not a bad way to be. Now, mind you, in my, here, actually, I'll do that. Hold on. This is a better way to start that discussion. So yes, over 2,000-ish pips in total from only 3 trades, okay? Now, again, we're not saying this is exact. We're not dare saying that. We're saying that this is your potential. And as you saw with silver, for example, we only accounted for 110 of those pips. This moved over 400 or 500 pips in total. These all have a lot of room when you learn to track these. All of these have so much potential, not guarantee, but just know that we're giving you the tools to maybe the tools and the faith, hopefully, to go out and try this on your paper trade, try this on your monopoly money and see what you can accomplish. Just follow along with only these videos and see what you can accomplish when it's not real money, not real emotions invested, and come back and see me in 3 months and say, hey, what is this doing? Is this possible? Can I really turn $1,000 into $20,000 or $100,000 in 3 months? With the right risk management and lot sizes, yes, you can. The answer to that is yes, you can. But that's it. 2,000 pips for last week. That was, again, a perfect week. I will notate the trades I took in my morning class, which did turn out to be an okay week still because we had so much spillover, were not that good. But this is real trading. This is as real as it gets, where you have the wins, the losses, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So with that said, happy trading, happy Tuesday, happy Thanksgiving. I pray that you guys all spend some amazing time with the people you care about. Go love on your family, eat too much food, go walk wherever you can, walk it all off, and then come back to these charts ready to learn. And I'm excited to have you guys back here. Take care and God bless.